you know, anybody within 4 or 5 strokes of the lead's got a shot.
Stenson with that beautiful 65 today. The leader. Reminder, if you missed any of today's action, get caught up with Golf Central on Golf Channel. Final round action of this championship continuing tomorrow here from TPC Boston, beginning on Golf Channel. Again, 10 a.m. pregame, followed by final round action at 11:30 a.m. And then we've got the coverage here on NBC at 1:30 Eastern Time. Coming up next, except on the West Coast, at your local news. And then coverage of NASCAR Sprint Cup Series racing from Darlington begins next on NBCSN, followed by the race at 7 Eastern Time on NBC. So for our entire NBC golf crew, Dan Hicks saying so long for the Deutsche Bank Championship. We'll see you tomorrow on NBC. But coming up right now on Golf Channel, we're going to finish up the final couple of groups for you in the third round of the Deutsche Bank Championship. So we'll see you golf fans over on Golf Channel.
This Labor Day weekend, NBC is going back in time. Back to Hot Wheels and Hot Pants. From Freebird to Superbirds. Back to when Carson ruled late night and Petty was the king. Don't miss a full weekend of NASCAR racing and a celebration of NASCAR in the 70s. It's all live from Darlington tonight on NBC.
She can't remember who she is.
I don't know what's happening to me.
Her entire body was tattooed all at once. Why would they do that?
That's an address and a date.
It's a treasure map.
Blind Spot, Monday, September 21st on NBC.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show. A huge selection of RVs in air-conditioned comfort. Like this used Winnebago Adventurer. Discounted $15,000. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Kick back and relax during City Furniture's Labor Day sale. This weekend only, get no interest financing till 2020. A queen bedroom set is just $9.99. A bonded leather reclining sofa, $5.99. A 5-piece dining set, $4.99. Plus, enjoy same-day delivery and no interest till 2020. Labor Day weekend at City Furniture.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show. A huge selection of RVs in air-conditioned comfort. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Lips diesel pusher, discounted over $126,000. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Live, local, from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 6. Local coverage you can count on.
It's Labor Day weekend, and many of us have been outside enjoying the 3-day weekend. And we'll take a look at that, what the forecast is for tomorrow in just a few moments.
First, Storm Team 5 meteorologist James Whelan keeping an eye on the tropics and Tropical Storm Grace. He's joining us in the Weather Center with more. Hi there, James.
Hey guys, and yeah, Grace strengthened a little bit today. I don't want you to get worried about this one here for the upcoming weekend. It's not going to bother us at all through the holiday weekend. But just so you stay informed, maximum winds 50 miles per hour now, moving to the west at 15 miles per hour. Track similar to what we saw yesterday, although a little bit stronger, 65 mile per hour winds by Tuesday. And then the downward trend begins, and by the time it gets to the islands, Death by Caribbean here once again, just like Danny and Erica did, expected to unwind by the end of the week, and then as the remnants kind of move through the greater Antilles, and we may not see any effects whatsoever from this. Model guidance really tightly clustered here as we go through time for the next 5 days. Spreads out a little bit towards the end, but for the most part, it does look like that will be the deal as we go through the next week. We're going to see this thing strengthen and then weaken. All right, back at home, thunderstorms all on the west coast right now. We had them fire up along the east coast, but now everything has pushed westward. Can't rule out a shower or storm into the evening hours. We have one over Loxahatchee Wildlife Refuge, but that's about it. Temperatures right now into the middle 80s. Isolated shower or storm into the evening hours, not a whole lot of them, but there could be one or two out there. Temperatures fall down into the low 80s. What about your Labor Day forecast? I'll have that for you coming up in a bit.
It is the unofficial end of summer, and that means a lot of people are out on the water enjoying this Labor Day weekend. There are also extra patrols to make sure everyone stays safe.
News Channel 5's Gabrielle Saran live from the Harvey Oyer Jr. Park in Boynton Beach with what you need to know. Gabrielle?
John, Tanya, here at the boat ramp, boaters behind me are returning from a picturesque day on the water. But things can go wrong quickly. It's why they're equipped with life jackets like the one I have on, a first aid kit, and a charged cell phone should emergency strike. Now, those are precautions taken by the McCarr family of Boca Raton every time they go out on the water. They say their 23-foot Seafox boat just returned from routine maintenance, a must before taking their 2- and 4-year-old children boating. The Coast Guard also stressing keeping an eye out for changing weather and lightning. You can never be too prepared.
You never know when things can go sideways, and it's always better to be prepared. When you're on the water, there's no 7-Eleven you can swing in to grab last-minute supplies, so you take everything with you.
That's right, and it's also essential to have a radio on board to tune into Channel 16 for the Coast Guard, or make sure you have an app downloaded on your smartphone that can access it. We're live in Boynton Beach. Gabrielle Saran, WPTV, News Channel 5.
New at 6, a woman was found dead inside her West Boynton Beach home. Now, Palm Beach Fire Rescue says when they arrived, the carbon monoxide detectors were going off. Another woman was in the house. She was taken to the hospital for treatment. This all happened in the 12,000 block of Via Ravina that is near Military Trail and Pict Road. Now, Palm Beach County Sheriff deputies were called to the home to investigate the death.
A special visit today for 10-year-old Peyton McCaughey. 3 Miami Dolphins players visited the Palm City boy. He's in the hospital recovering after his family says he was poisoned after his home was fumigated for termites. The boy and his family visited by Lamar Miller, Oliver Vernon, and Jarvis Landry. They brought Peyton a signed jersey, a teddy bear, and other Dolphin items. Miller tweeting out a picture of the visit with the caption, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." State Department of Agriculture announced Friday they are stopping Sunland Pest Control from performing any fumigations while they continue to investigate the incident that sent Peyton to the hospital.
A North Palm Beach church is speaking out about racism. This comes after it was vandalized for putting a sign up with the phrase Black Lives Matter. Someone put pieces of paper to make the sign read White Lives Matter. News Channel 5's Jacqueline Powell shows us the message the church has for those who have a problem with its message.
A full house and a special message this week at the First Unitarian Universalist congregation of the Palm Beaches after the pastor says someone took issue with this sign put up out front.
It reminded us that racism still exists in our community.
Reverend C.J. McGregor says his church is joining in the Black Lives Matter movement that took off after Trayvon Martin's death in 2012. He says some may take issue with the sign because they don't understand the movement.
It's believed to be anti-law enforcement. But it isn't. It's anti-police brutality.
Members of the congregation say teaming up alongside human rights movements is a core part of their faith, saying their activism dates back to the 60s.
Some of our members marched along Clematis Street for civil rights.
Margaret Robeson helped found this church. She says the sign won't stop this group from talking about touchy issues.
Anybody who reads the paper knows that it's still an issue. Blacks are losing their lives unfairly, unjustly.
Reverend McGregor says now more than ever, he's calling on his church to get behind local organizations involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. In North Palm Beach, Jacqueline Powell, WPTV News Channel 5.
The pastor says he hopes that whoever vandalized his sign hears about his message, saying the church understands concerns with the movement, but wants to clear up what it's really all about.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office investigating 2 early morning shootings. The first happened around 5 a.m. at Summit Boulevard and Military Trail. The victim says he was shot in the leg after leaving a gentleman's club. He drove himself to the hospital. The second shooting happened just an hour later in front of El Flacos at 10th Avenue and Military. Someone in a gray SUV shot at 2 people, one hit in the leg, the other in the torso. They were taken to the hospital for treatment. If you have any information in either of these cases, please call Crime Stoppers. A community mourning the death of a former University of South Florida football player. Tampa police say 23-year-old Elkina Watson was stabbed in the parking lot of an Ybor City nightclub overnight. Watson later died at the hospital. Another man was also stabbed during the fight. He remains in the hospital. No arrests have been made. The university's athletic department released a statement today saying in part, Kino was a tremendous young man with a great smile and a big heart who was very much loved by our USF football family and will be sorely missed. Watson leaves behind a daughter. Tom Brady talking about Deflategate for the first time since his suspension was overturned. What he says about his feelings now toward the league.
Plus, the race for the White House, while Donald Trump still holds a strong lead in a new poll, others are taking a huge step back.
And encouraging news for the woman shot on live television. The new pictures her family is releasing as she continues her recovery.
You're watching News Channel 5 and WPTV, local coverage you can count on.
Recently, 2 children were missing in Palm Beach County overnight. We broke it in the morning. Chopper 5 was overhead, and everyone at home I know just had to be on the edge of their seats wondering, where were these kids? By the time Today on 5 ended, we had them reuniting with their families.
I think that's actually the most incredible part of this job. You're there for the best and the worst moments of people's lives. It's an amazing honor.
It was a moment we brought you on Today on 5, and it was an awesome feeling to be a part of that.
While others pre-form and pre-cook, Boston Market promises to make food good. Like our Parmesan Tuscan rotisserie chicken, made with Italian spices. Back for a limited time. Boston Market, all good.
Want bladder leak underwear that moves like you do? Try Always Discreet underwear and move, groove, wiggle, giggle, swerve, curve, lift, shift, ride, glide, hit your stride. Only Always Discreet underwear has soft dual leak guard barriers to help stop leaks where they happen most. And a discreet fit that hugs your curves. You barely feel it. Always Discreet underwear. So bladder leaks can feel like no big deal because, hey, pee happens. Get your free pair and valuable coupons at alwaysdiscreet.com.
I do.
Who says a pool can't be in the sky?
I do it.
Who says a living room can't be in a pool? Who says a 5-star luxury vacation can't be all-inclusive? Sandals La Source Grenada takes innovations beyond the realm of imagination. Experience the sandals of tomorrow today. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
If you love a green environment for your pets, it's time to switch to Nozzle Nolan's Affordable Pest Services.
At Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League, we rely on Nozzle Nolan's pet-friendly pest control services.
If Nozzle Nolan can protect the animals of Peggy Adams, think of how well we can protect your home and pets.
We strongly recommend Nozzle Nolan's pet-friendly pest control services.
Nozzle Nolan, the only Green Shield certified pest control company in South Florida.
Nozzle Nolan!
Only Nexium 24-hour gives you Nexium level protection for frequent heartburn, all day and all night. Try Nexium 24-hour, the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, and get all day, all night protection. Nexium level protection.
Labor Day weekend is the traditional kickoff of the fall campaign season, but as you might have noticed, the 2016 race for the White House has been heating up all summer, and the latest poll numbers show the underdogs and outsiders are giving the best-known names a run for their money. Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
Hi, everybody! In Iowa on this Labor Day weekend, Democrat Hillary Clinton was working, even if her voice nearly wasn't.
We cannot underestimate how important it is that we have a Democrat in the White House come January 2017.
But will she be that Democrat? The latest NBC News Marist College poll shows caution signs ahead on the campaign trail. She's losing ground to Bernie Sanders in Iowa, and he's now beating her by 9 points in New Hampshire.
Things are moving so fast, frankly, for us here in Iowa and New Hampshire and elsewhere, that our political infrastructure is having a hard time keeping up.
He is an interesting candidate. I have a lot of friends that are very passionate about him.
Clinton is also losing support to Vice President Joe Biden, who still hasn't decided whether he'll run. But he outscored the frontrunner in favorability among Democrats and Republicans. On the GOP side, Donald Trump continues to lead in this latest poll, but in Iowa, Ben Carson has narrowed the margin to 7 points. And in New Hampshire, Ohio Governor John Kasich has surged into second place. This poll is also troubling news for Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, whose support has plunged in both Iowa and New Hampshire. Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
Good news if you need to fill up your gas tank. Prices at the pump have been falling since June. Now, according to AAA, the average price of regular gasoline is now $2.40 per gallon. That's more than $1 less than it was a year ago. In fact, the last time Labor Day gas prices were so low, Former President George W. Bush was in his first term as president. Remember, you can find the lowest gas prices where you live by going to WPTV.com. Just click on the traffic tab.
I was driving and she called me and said, you owe, $500 and some odd.
A father shocked by how much his daughter racked up on her phone bill, the unique punishment he handed out, and his daughter's surprising reaction.
And here's a look outside right now from Live 5. We're helping you plan for the evening and for also Labor Day. Storm Team 5 meteorologist James Whelan has your most accurate weather forecast in just minutes.
You know what this beach needs? CPR? RPMs. More hustle, huh? Now it's Muscle Beach. Put this against your ear, and you can hear a Hemi.
Whoa. Now, qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 72 months. Get 0% financing for 72 months or $3,500 total cash allowance on the 2015 Dodge Charger SXT.
Wow, this place is spectacular.
Thank you. We worked with a designer from Haverty's for a complete refresh.
You must be happy to get out of that tiny house.
Yeah, when we realized how great the furniture could be, we knew we wanted more space.
How much more space?
We went from 100 square feet
to 3,000. We still have the original structure. She uses it as a yoga studio.
It's more like a tool shed.
Refresh your space with an extra $100 off every $1,000 at Haverty's. Plus, enjoy 36-month no-interest financing. Haverty's. Discover something new.
This summer, make the most of the season with the Jeep brand's legendary off-road capability. Cherish every sunrise in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or chase every sunset with Jeep Cherokee's 31 mpg Highway. Now, qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 72 months. Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months or $3,000 total cash allowance on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find anything.
Just when I think it's just not going to work, this woman that works there comes over and asks,
Can I help you?
and he was so happy to do it.
Amazing, right?
I never would have expected, would have thought.
That anyone would find that.
Do that.
Make that.
Go out of their way for me. Right then, right there. I couldn't believe it.
He was so helpful.
I know it's such a
Small thing. Little thing.
Simple thing.
but it made me smile.
Made me happy.
Made my day.
Share your story. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Covering America, new pictures this evening of the surviving victim shot on live television in Virginia last month. The pictures posted on Facebook show Vicki Gardner sitting up and smiling. The post says she may be out of the hospital soon. Gardner was shot during a live interview with WDBJ reporter Allison Parker and photographer Adam Ward. Ward and Parker were killed in that shooting.
For the first time since his 4-game suspension was overturned, Tom Brady spoke with reporters today. Brady said he's excited to play in the season opener this Thursday. He gave credit to his family and friends for their support they've given him over the past 7 months. Brady says he still has some feelings about the Deflategate scandal that he's working out.
You know, anything that's happened over the past 7 months, you know, obviously I have a lot of personal feelings, and but I really don't care to share many of those. I really care to think about what I need to do going forward.
The NFL is appealing the judge's ruling, but won't keep Brady from playing this week. Now, the NFL regular season begins Thursday night right here on WPTV when the Patriots play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, it's happened again. Another drone falling out of the sky at a sporting event, this time in college football. A fan captured cell phone video of a student's drone flying overhead at the University of Kentucky. The university spokesperson said the drone crashed in the corner of the stadium near the suite level right before kickoff. No one was hurt. The stadium didn't suffer any damage. School officials and police have talked to the drone owner and have not yet decided whether they'll file charges. It was just last week when another drone crashed into the stands at tennis's U.S. Open. Now, this is a story many of us parents can relate to. A dad in Virginia is holding his daughter's belongings hostage after she racked up a $500 cell phone bill posting on Instagram. Jared Kramer's daughter now has to do chores to earn back access to her clothes, shoes, and the phone. 13-year-old Julia does have basic necessities like soap and a toothbrush, but that's about it. And she's learning her lesson.
She said, you know what, Dad, I know you love me, I know I messed up, and I'm gonna work this off.
Well, Jared says that Julia is a good kid. She's on the honor roll and volunteers with children with special needs. He's also thanking other parents who are giving him some positive support as he tries to teach his daughter a valuable lesson.
Okay, take a look at this video of the day here. A U reporter sending in these pics of a green sea turtle hatchling heading out to the water near Gulfstream. Now remember, if you see a nest or hatchlings, don't go near them. Allow them to find their way back to the water. Sea turtle nesting season runs through next month.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
A very energetic little bugger, wasn't he? We have another U Report video. This one's coming from Key Largo, and it is a water spout that was filmed down there by one of our local residents who are on vacation down there. Frank sent this to me, and check that out. Really nice water spout there off just behind the houses there. Now, live picture from Lake Worth Pier. You're looking at people in the water already enjoying the beautiful vacation time here for the 3-day weekend. Water temperature right here, 87 degrees, so it is toasty in the water. Not a lot of wave action, but that little bit of onshore wind making it a little bit choppy out there, and a lot of people enjoying the south side of the pier also. Live shot looking out over Singer Island. Some breaks in the clouds right now. We actually had the sun come back out for a little while after the storms we had, and that helped warm things back up. Mid-80s right now with an east wind at 11 miles per hour. Tracking some thunderstorms on the radar, the majority of them on the west coast right now, but we did have a couple. One around Indiantown, poof, that one is gone now. You had some rumbles of thunder, some heavy rain. Another one over Laxachi Wildlife Refuge. This is just going to rain itself out here over the next couple hours. Maybe a little bit of sprinkles blowing up into Wellington and Binks Forest area. Hour by hour forecast. Can't rule out an isolated shower storm popping back up. We had it the past couple of days. Today we may see one or two out there too, and then developing along the coast as we get into the 11 o'clock or so hour. We could see a shower or storm offshore and just barely graze the coastline, so keep that in mind here. Still a lot of moisture around the area, maybe slightly less tomorrow, but still some big rain chances expected for tomorrow. So first, let's go hour by hour on Vipercast, and notice by 10:30, still a couple of showers maybe had, and even overnight, we could see some work back towards the coast from the west coast. Then tomorrow morning, Labor Day, we're looking at a lot of sunshine to start off, but then by noon, 12:30, we start to see the sea breeze take shape. Some showers and storms starting there. As we go into the afternoon hours, those increase in intensity and a number too, and we see scattered showers and thunderstorms lasting into about 6 o'clock for the thunder part of it, and then an isolated shower for the rest of the evening, drying out quickly after that. So rain chances, again, real high. Then we're going to start to lower them going into the work week with more of an onshore flow. We'll get a morning shower along the coast, and then inland in the afternoon. Grace is out here. Maximum winds now 50 miles per hour, still a ways away, and the forecast track strengthens it and then weakens it as it gets towards the island, and it could have the same death that the other two had for the Caribbean. Very hostile right now. Sea's only a couple of feet for the boaters, maybe a little bit bumpier. Afternoon storms for the beach goers too. Otherwise, a real nice beach morning out there for you. 7-day forecast, highs, low 90s, lows mid to upper 70s. Heat indices will be high. Best chance of rain really is Labor Day, but again, not raining the entire day. You'll have a good chunk of the morning to get things done outside.
Serena and Venus Williams were both in action today at the U.S. Open. Find out if the Palm Beach Gardens residents were able to advance. That's next in sports.
And coming up tonight on News Channel 5 after NASCAR, it was a bad night for the New Mexico State football team. Not only did they lose to the University of Florida, but their bus was broken into during the game. Tonight, we'll tell you what was taken and who the team is blaming.
News on WPTV is sponsored by Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath.
I'm Scott Smith. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath is celebrating 30 years of fighting for the rights of our injured clients. Throughout those years, over 40% of our cases have come from former clients and attorney referrals. They know we have the reputation and resources to fight big insurance and corporations that put profits before safety. If they trust us with their cases, you can trust us with yours. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. We fight for your rights.
Labor Day means big savings at Toyota's annual clearance event. It's the perfect time to get a great deal on our huge selection of amazing Toyotas, from the bold Camry, to the versatile RAV4 to the fuel-sipping Prius. This clearance event only happens once a year and ends September 8th. Right now at the Toyota Annual Clearance Event, get a low 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus customer cash back on a new 2015 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
What's up now, Greg?
I heard about this healthy home thingy, so I thought I'd try to do one myself.
What you need is the Hewlett Healthy Home Service. It controls disease-carrying pests, guaranteed.
Where am I supposed to stick this?
Just call Hewlett. We have the expertise to fight any pest problem. Hewlett's Healthy Home program is pet-friendly and has no smelly sprays. That's the bug's final chapter, guaranteed. You know you're not a real doctor.
Yeah, I know. I just play one on TV. Just call Hewlett.
Just call Hewlett. Hurricane season's here, and you're probably wishing you had impact windows in your home.
But the last time you checked into impact windows, they were just too expensive. The salesman stayed way too long, and nobody likes high-pressure sales.
Now you have a choice. Window World.
Let us show you how affordable impact windows can be. Window World is bringing the residents of Palm Beach, Martin, and St. Lucie counties a whole new way to buy impact windows.
No overinflated starting price and bogus discounts, no 2-hour window presentations, and no high-pressure sales.
Call Window World today.
These 100% beef burgers are stacked with bacon, sweet bourbon sauce, and apparently my mom's fave, spicy sriracha sauce. Eat it, don't tweet it, Mom.
Denny's Big Burger Bash, with burgers starting at $6.99. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Time now for the Honda Sports Desk with ESPN 106.3 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Fourth round of the U.S. Open beginning today. Just 4 more wins for Serena Williams between her and a continued historic stretch of Grand Slam dominance. But this afternoon, the toughest test yet. Former Palm Beach County resident 20-year-old Madison Keys, who Serena boasted could reach #1 in the world sometime soon. The Palm Beach Gardens resident, 78-9 all-time at the U.S. Open. First set, Serena blows it by Keys for the break. She goes up 5-3. Next game, Serena serving on set point, and Keys just going to return that one long. Serena takes set 1, 6-3. Let's move to the second. Tied at 3, Serena again trying to break, and Keys this time firing into the net, giving Serena the advantage she would need. So on match point, Keys serve, just going to hit the net and float on out. Serena Williams heading to the quarterfinals with a 6-3, 6-3 win. Would she meet her sister Venus there? The Palm Beach Gardens resident set for another sibling rivalry showdown in the quarters. But first set, Venus up 5-2, making her opponent run all over the court, finally forcing her long. Venus, well in control, wins the first one 6-2. Second set, up 5-1 on match point. Venus, again, just really clinical today. She'll meet her sister in a Grand Slam for the 14th time. That's second most all time. Serena leads it 8-5. Third round of the Deutsche Bank Championship. No one hotter in golf right now than Jason Day. The PGA Championship winner looking to top the leaderboard in back-to-back weekends. This on 10 lands a beautiful approach. He's currently in 25th place. Ricky Fowler in contention as well today. The Jupiter resident trading this long-range birdie on 8, entering tomorrow's final round, just 1 shot off the lead. Fowler's chasing Henrik Stenson. He finished the round 13 under par. He'll be paired with Fowler tomorrow afternoon. The final game of the regular season at Roger Dean Stadium, Oliver Marmol and company and playoff-bound Palm Beach taking on Jupiter. First licks for the Hammerheads. That's Blake Barber hammering it through the left side. Cameron Flynn, come on down. 1-zip to the Hammerheads. Top third, Brian Anderson, also for the Hammerheads. The liner dropping in for a single. Ray Heiner Cordova plating home, and it's 2-zip to Jupiter. Bottom half, Cardinals looking to make a comeback. Danny Dekriger hitting a ground ball, getting right through into the outfield grass. Craig Aiken scores to make it 2-1. Palm Beach storms back to win 8-3. They'll host Game 1 of the South Division Championship Series against Port Charlotte on Tuesday. So as football season starts, we get playoff baseball in our area as well.
All right, thank you very much, Ian.
All right, so for the rest of this holiday weekend.
Yeah, for Labor Day, unofficial end of summer. Of course, for South Florida, we still got about 5 more weeks. And this is when our Groundhog Day should be right now. Highs near 90 on Monday, and do expect some sunshine in the morning, leading to storms in the afternoon.
NBC Nightly News is next.
We'll see you after NASCAR.
It's your time to save big at Palm Beach Toyota during the annual clearance event. Don't miss out on our Liquidación sale, like the new Corolla. Buy for just $13,777. Our Liquidación sale is on during the annual clearance event at Palm Beach Toyota.
Get this, I was at my shop, tied up with a customer when I realized the time. I had to get to the bank before it closed, so I made a break for it. When I got out, it was almost closing time. Traffic was bad. I knew I was cutting it close. But it was okay. I use TD Bank. It's got the longest hours and stays open an extra 10 minutes every day. I'm Sid, and I bank human at TD Bank.
It's the final days of Volkswagen's once-a-year model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day, get our lowest payments this year on Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Lease new Volkswagens from just $119 a month or $0 down. A new Passat or Tiguan SUV, your choice, $159 a month or $0 down. Or buy new Volkswagens with 0% for 72 months. Plus, get a $1,000 reward card during the final days of Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day.
We'll have you smiling again. Ferber Dental Group.
Tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures? Here's the solution. Using the newest technology, Ferber Dental Group can make you teeth that snap in. You'll eat the foods you love with no need for messy glues. Ferber can do your treatment for far less money with affordable payment plans. So get your life back. Call us today and we'll have you smiling again.
Now open in Boca and Lake Worth.
If you love a green environment for your pets, it's time to switch to Nozzle Nolan's Affordable Pest Services.
At Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League, we rely on Nozzle Nolan's pet-friendly pest control services.
If Nozzle Nolan can protect the animals of Peggy Adams, think of how well we can protect your home and pets.
We strongly recommend Nozzle Nolan's pet-friendly pest control services.
Nozzle Nolan, the only Green Shield certified pest control company in South Florida.
Nozzle Nolan!
I haven't always been the coolest, but my voice is different.
That's what made all of us turn around.
You've been blind from birth?
Yeah. I love this. I want to be part of your journey.
The Voice returns Monday, September 21st on NBC.
She's this fall's biggest mystery.
She can't remember who she is, nothing.
Entertainment Weekly calls her the female Jason Bourne.
She might be the most important resource we've ever had.
Blind Spot premieres September 21st after The Voice on NBC.
Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
It's your time to save big at Palm Beach Toyota during the annual clearance event. Don't miss out on our Liquidación sale, like the new Corolla. Buy for just $13,777. Our Liquidación sale is on during the annual clearance event at Palm Beach Toyota.
On this Sunday night, heating up. No holiday for the candidates as Hillary Clinton faces a surge from her main rival in 2 key states, and Donald Trump stays on top in our new poll. Human wave as thousands of migrants make it safely to the west. Many more follow behind them tonight. Richard Engel and Bill Neely on the unrelenting march to a better life. Out of control, a road race turns deadly after a car plows into a crowd of spectators, killing 6 people, injuring many more. And detecting cancer. Exciting new developments show how dogs really are our best friends and may help save lives. Nightly News begins now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News. Reporting tonight, Thomas Roberts.
Good evening. We begin tonight with new presidential polling numbers that demonstrate why we see so many 2016 contenders working this Labor Day weekend. Bernie Sanders has leapfrogged ahead of Hillary Clinton in the key state of New Hampshire and reduced her frontrunner status in Iowa, where she's lost significant ground. Donald Trump remains affixed to the top of the GOP pack, with Ben Carson securely in second place. NBC's Kristen Welker is on the trail tonight in Iowa. Kristen, good evening.